And maybe I'll start with, well, we're not going to get into Walter just yet, are we? You look scared out of your mind. All right. You're already in his brain a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. How are we going, Aaron? All right, cool. Here with Colby Rebel. Is that a real? Is Rebel real?
It is real.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, that's kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah.
And the profession that you are now as a psychic medium, that's a bit rebellious.
It is. Just the name itself, right?
What came first? Do you think you were always a little rebellious, or did the name fulfill itself to you?
No, actually, always more rebellious, and then I legally changed the name to match the attitude.
Wow. Perfect. Okay, the attitude. Okay. And where did you grow up being rebellious?
I grew up in South Jersey, outside of Philadelphia.
I mean, there we go.
I mean, that's enough.
That's a rebellious part of the country. Are people jerks there? I mean, that's the stereotype, but you're from there. You know these people.
Yeah, no, I think they're just straight shooters, right? So they don't beat around the bush.
Yeah.
But I actually think they're really helpful and honest, and I love going home, and I love seeing everybody. And it's just a little different. Like, people will offer to just help you, whereas here, you almost have to beat someone to get them to talk to you.
Yeah, you got to chase them down and go.
You'll walk down the street and someone won't even acknowledge you here, right?
Yeah.
Whereas there, they'll look at you, they'll say hello, and I really like that.
It seems like the Northeast, they don't mess around, but if they see you in a tight spot, they will maybe offer themselves and say, "Are you okay? Did you drop your thing?" I've seen that in New York a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but in LA, it's like, here comes a crazy person. Don't talk.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
There's such an attitude of don't talk to me here.
Yeah, that is true. Welcome to LA. Don't talk to us.
Yeah.
When is your birthday?
My birthday is 3/21. 3/21 countdown to me.
Oh, wow. Interesting. 3/21. Okay. So there's a lot of things already that I'm feeling with you, like the Rebel and 3/21. So maybe you just are. What happens March 21st in the space that has affected you or somewhere?
Oh, it's so crazy, too, because 3/21 is what's called a cusp for astrology.
Okay.
And I don't do astrology,
Yes.
but I am on the cusp of Pisces Aries.
Okay.
So it's, that in itself, and then it's...
What does that mean?
Well,
I know you said I know you just said you don't do it, but what does that mean?
Yeah, but a Pisces is very deep thinking, creative, like things a little calmer, and Aries is so bossy and straightforward, and it's all about them. And
are you a little bit of that?
A little bit of both, really. I always say I'm a deep thinking Aries.
Okay.
And then it's the spring solstice also,
Here
which is the beginning of spring. Spring little baby, new life, new beginnings.
Yeah.
And then just the time I was born, it's kind of something that I've been told. It's 3 something in the 11th house, which is super like, woo, like, yeah. So somewhere along the line, I think this was all destiny.
I know the cusp because of a Beastie Boys song, born, what does he say? I know you guys, something, Ad Rock says, born on the cusp of November. So that's how I Googled that, and I go, what does the cusp mean? But he was ahead of me. How are birthdays for you typically?
Birthdays,
I know this is the worst birthday podcast, but in general.
Yes, it is. In general, though, they're fantastic,
Okay.
and I've enjoyed most of them.
Good.
Really.
Okay.
To abundance.
Yeah.
And to regret the next day. But really amazing birthdays. Really fun stuff.
Do you drink or partake in substances?
Yes, I do love a glass of wine, so
Okay.
thank you so
you're
much
welcome.
for my amazing glass of
That's a beautiful bottle of red wine.
Thank you.
From this tiny little island in the middle of the Rhone River in Florida. Not Florida, in France. When you drink some wine, do the psychic medium powers enhance? Do they get dulled?
Well, what happens is actually, some people will try to tell you they get enhanced, but that's actually not true. So what happens is, technically, your vibration is the highest when it's in the most pure state, meaning nothing in your system, right?
Yep.
Not even meat, not even red meat. That would be grounding. So in the highest thing. But there are a lot of people, and I used to do this too. Before I was doing this work professionally, I'd be at a party and I'd have a couple glasses of wine, and next thing I knew, I'm just walking up to people and giving them readings.
Whoa.
Right, which I would never recommend doing. But it can.
You're not in love with her.
Yeah,
oh
well,
shit.
I mean, there's been all sorts of stuff, right?
Right.
And. But the reason that is not because I was more in tune. Actually, it's just that my inhibitions
Sure.
were lower. That's really what it is. So,
Sure.
That's all it is it gives you a little more freedom.
I mean, that doesn't sound much different than stand-up comedy. You you maybe have less ambitions, but you think you're being hilarious.
Yeah.
But really, you're just kind of your brain isn't telling you, hey, stop saying that stuff.
Yeah,
No.
but I always do readings without alcohol in my
Okay.
system. They're so much better.
They are. And you can feel a difference.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
But I'll tell you though, so if I do a full day of readings
Yeah.
or teach long days of workshops, nothing is more relaxing than a glass of wine.
Of course.
Because now it lowers my
Yes.
vibration.
Yeah.
It allows me to feel a little human for a few hours.
Well, it's kind of like if ignorance is bliss, the opposite of that is if you're fully aware, it must be exhausting.
It can be. But, I mean, I love what I do, so
Sure.
I'm super lucky,
Sure.
really lucky. But
Sure.
it absolutely can be because you're tapping into everybody's stuff.
Wow.
It's like a whole frequency, plus if there's loved ones on the other side. I mean,
Right.
you're really tapping into
Wow.
everything.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to tap into Brenton and Aaron's stuff here because they're probably my stuff is good. We will get into just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do a reading later where we're just going to attempt to maybe have some fun and let you work your vibrations. I'm sure I'm saying it exactly the wrong way. I'm sorry, I don't even know how to say it properly.
No, that's perfect.
But first, as someone who is rebellious, is born on the cusp, I want to hear what your worst birthday was on March 21st.
Yeah, it was a bad one.
Good. I love that
Yeah.
when people say they feel pain. I'm like, good, let's hear about it.
Well, okay, so birthday is March 21st.
Sure.
It was my 21st birthday.
Oh, don't they call that something? The golden or
yeah,
some shit?
No, it's there is a name for it, but
Yeah.
I don't know the name of
Okay.
it. Maybe your listeners will chime in.
They
for
can always
you.
email us at michael@michaelkosta.com and tell us what that is.
So I was turning 21,
Okay.
and so very excited.
Mhm.
I was going to college at the University of Florida, big party school.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm feeling the vibrations.
Oh, it definitely had a reputation.
Sure.
And so I got to go out legally.
Sure.
Obviously, you're in college, so there's all kinds of ways to go out beforehand. But
Yeah.
I got to go out legally, and I was so excited.
Yep.
And I put my sexiest dress on.
Whoa,
And
tell
now,
me about it.
I know, it could have been the zipper dress. I used to have this. I mean, I honestly can't believe I used to wear this thing, but I swear it was like a spandex tank top kind of.
I know what this
And it
dress
had a
is.
zipper right up all the way up the front. Like
Up the front.
who does it? Yeah, well, I'm telling you, this was cutting edge for its time.
Yeah.
And I bought
Spandex
brand
zipper
new.
dress.
It was.
That's great.
It's true story.
Yeah.
And
If you can't see Colby right now, she's wearing a zipper dress as well.
And brand new shoes my boyfriend had got me, and
Okay.
I loved them. They were high heels.
Yep.
I was so excited.
Yep.
And so we went out and went to this club, and obviously I was drinking because I got to turn 21. And
What does Colby Rebel, maybe it's not even Rebel at that point, but what does Colby drink on her 21st?
I don't remember at that time. It probably either was something really sugary and fruity,
Probably.
or like a Captain Morgan's and Diet Coke, because that
Yeah.
was really big back
Yeah.
in the day. So it was one of those two.
Sure, got it.
And maybe I was doing a shot or two in
Sure.
between. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I really don't remember. But I was really having fun. I was
Yes.
having a great time.
Okay.
But I do know. So I had a boyfriend, and we've been going out many years up to that point.
But you're 21, so how many years is many years?
I started dating him when I was 16.
16.
So that's
was
a good
he
amount
was
of
he
time.
Philly as well? Yeah.
Went to
okay.
high school together.
And you guys decided to go to college together.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to college and then
Yeah.
I followed.
Okay, got it.
I did that codependent thing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's okay. I feel like women these days think that's like a sign of weakness. Like, that's okay. People follow people for relationships. That's
It's okay to
yeah.
do it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It
it's
was
okay.
like I gave it my best shot.
Yeah.
And so we were having a great time. Now, I guess if I'm going to be fair,
Sure.
I may have been dancing on a table or two. I'm not sure.
Sure.
But I do know he was getting very upset and wanted me to stop being so risque.
I would guess that you were. As the college girls I've seen that wear zipper dresses at age 21, I guess you probably were as well.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
So he got upset.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to leave.
Sure.
But it's my 21st birthday.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Yeah.
Even if I was obnoxious or upsetting, it's my 21st birthday. You need to suck it up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. I mean, yeah.
You really need to, whatever your issues are, you need to just hold off
Yeah.
and you can discuss them the next day.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
And so we brought it up. So anyhow.
It's tough at the time.
Yeah.
You know,
and he's young too.
And he's young too,
You
and
know?
you're getting a lot of attention, and it's not, it's not to him. He's drunk too.
Yeah.
I'm not here to defend this guy,
No.
but I'm just saying, like,
And we're both young.
Yeah, yeah.
So we go to leave. And
What was the club name? Do you remember?
I do not,
Oh,
for
too
the
bad.
life of me.
Okay.
But we go to, and I was so mad at him. And again,
Yeah.
I was drunk.
Sure.
But I was so mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, get in the car. And I was like, I'm not getting in the car.
No, I'm not
And
gonna-
I'm not driving with you.
Right.
And
Big scene?
well,
I mean,
I'm from New Jersey.
Sure, yes.
I'm turning
Yes.
21. I'm drunk. I would imagine there's a bit of a scene.
I'm imagining some people are looking at you guys.
It could be.
Yeah, yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
And so I took off these gorgeous shoes.
Yeah.
And I was like, and you take your shoes. And I threw them through the passenger window at him.
Good.
And I just started walking.
Yeah.
And he was like, get in the car. I was like, I am not getting in the car. And so he ended up leaving me. And I was
He bounced.
He did. He did.
Because there is a lot of times you go to a club or a young person's bar club, you will usually see a woman walking barefoot and a car behind
Well,
them slowly following.
This
Like,
is
get
amazing.
in the car.
He did. But he ended up leaving. So what happened is now I'm walking barefoot
Sure.
in my zipper dress.
Hot.
It was a scene, I guess.
yeah.
And so after a bit though, this girl starts driving by.
Yep.
And she slows down and she's like, do you need a ride? And, obviously this is the day you do not, I mean, in a college town, you do not take rides from strangers.
You don't,
Right? You're
even
going to get
then.
all chopped up in a
Yeah.
basement somewhere. But I took the ride.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a woman too, but you never know.
I mean, a woman that is fair.
It could be bait,
It could-
I don't know.
right.
But
Right.
but I took the ride. So she drove me
You
home.
got a purse? Where's your wallet? Do you have a wallet? I mean, this is a tight dress.
I know.
Sorry, you can see what my brain's thinking about. But
I
like,
don't really
you remember.
remember.
Yeah.
But so she drove me home, and
Yeah.
that was that. And and then this person and he and I stayed together for many more years.
You did?
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
But so here's another quick little point, though.
Sure.
So full circle, so weird and
Yeah.
interesting and full circle.
Yeah.
So there's all of that, and this many years later, just about a month or so ago,
Yeah.
I'm in New Jersey.
Okay.
And I just gotten done a long night of working, doing
Sure.
readings.
Sure.
And it was just turning into my family's place. And sure enough, if I don't see this lady walking.
No shit.
This true story, in a black dress also. Her high heels are in her hand. She's crying.
Okay.
And I knew she needed a ride.
Sure.
I knew because I could
Right.
feel everything she was feeling, and I had been there. And I just stopped my car.
Yeah.
And I said, "Do you need a ride?"
Yeah.
And I offered her a ride
There
home.
we go.
And it was so full circle.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you go down Santa Monica Boulevard on
You
a Saturday night, you're
we
gonna
could-
find people. But
I could have done my karma a lot quicker, I guess.
sure. Well, I mean, that actually wouldn't be a bad app. Are you crying with shoes in your hand?
Yeah.
But we'll give you a ride home.
High heels and tears.
High heels and tears is yeah. Did this?
That's going to be my next podcast.
That's a good high heels and tears. What eventually ended it with you and this guy? What was the cause?
Just a few odd things. I mean, time had gone on. We weren't engaged.
Yeah.
And, we really weren't the best fit. A wonderful person. But we really weren't the best fit.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of ended up maybe just kind of coming to that point.
Yep.
But, it's so weird, too. I hadn't seen him in so many years. And I just randomly ran into him the other day, as odd as it is.
Weird.
Yeah, but
I would like to know what his recollection of this 21st birthday was.
Would have been amazing. I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't talk about it. But I love him to death. But he's so conservative. He's so conservative.
Really,
or at least as I would have remembered him.
When did you start? This was 21. Was there any indication in your brain or heart that you could read people at this age?
Oh, I was. I mean, I've had this gift since I was 4.
4 years old.
Yeah. Yes. My grandfather came to me, and so.
What does that mean? Your grandfather came.
So
to you?
he had crossed over, and
which means
in spirit died.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Just because I'm not.
Okay.
I'm. You got to talk to me like I'm a third grader.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Definitely dead. Not breathing.
Okay, thank you.
We call it not in the physical world.
Got it. Okay.
And so my mom had put me and my sister to bed. We shared a room, and so he came standing next to my bed and had a conversation with me, and then said, "Get out of bed and go tell my mom what he had said." So I did.
Yep.
And she was like, "Who told you that?" And I said, "Grandpa." I mean, yeah, that was her look too.
Right.
And she's like, and where's Grandpa? And I says, "Oh, he's in the room, Mommy."
Yeah.
And what I didn't know, because we were really young, that he had passed away about a week before that.
Wow.
But my family didn't believe in telling children.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't think we could handle it.
That is always tricky, but here you are talking.
Well, here I was. So that was like the first thing. But yeah, by 21, this was where I didn't understand what I was doing.
Yes,
though.
yes.
So I was running around giving readings, walking up to people. Even this boyfriend, I mean, there were things I knew. And way before I did this work, he would say, "Man, you must be psychic or something." Like, it was crazy. Or I would call someone right when they were dialing me. I mean, there was just so
Stuff
much
like that.
Weird stuff.
Okay, Colby, and let me play skeptic for a second.
Sure.
Because I have to as stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a coincidence. Are you arguing that a coincidence is not a coincidence? But I mean, the other day I called somebody and they were like, "I was just getting ready to text you." Is that the psychic world occurring, or is that's the way life is?
Well, I guess for me, I don't believe in coincidences.
You don't? Okay.
No, I think coincidences are synchronicity.
Okay.
Now, does that mean it's psychic? No, but it was your intuition on some level, or the other person. So the intuition, and what we all have intuition. I mean, we all have it. You know, fight or flight, right?
Sure.
And so on some level, it was just your intuition kicking in.
Yep.
Psychic is when you combine the logic with it, meaning you're going to go, you'll think of someone, and then literally in that minute they call you. That's more psychic, right? That's not intuition.
Got it. Okay.
Now, the other thing, too, I'm going to be really fair and honest.
Please do.
Because, I had left a whole other career. I was a tax manager for a CPA firm.
Oh, my God.
So,
boring alert.
Yeah. Well, and so I did that. Well, there's actually a better career before that I'll share in a second.
Okay,
but
great.
For me to do this, it did seem really crazy and really weird. And, I do know that there's something about it. It's crazy and it's weird. Now, could it be just telepathic? Could I just somehow be connecting to someone's thoughts? I mean, I can't say no. It doesn't feel that way, because sometimes there's things I know that there's no way I could know.
Right.
But I don't know the answer yet until I'm past, and then I'll be able to go, okay, this
is what's up.
Yeah, but so I'm open to that.
Okay.
I think someone who is skeptic it's okay as long as they're open to the process of like, okay, maybe it's possible. Like, because anything is possible.
Sure. I mean, this is the argument for atheism. It's like versus being an agnostic. Agnostic is more like, I don't think it's this, but I don't really know, but I'm open. As an atheist, it goes, there absolutely is no God, and it's like, well, you always got to be open.
Yeah. I just don't understand that. Or a cynic, right? The cynic is like, there's just no way this is possible.
Sure.
Now, the point is you're really pigeonholing yourself if
Yeah.
you believe that, because God forbid you die and then there's someone at that pearly gate. You're
Yeah.
really going to have a moment of regret. So
Sure.
why not believe?
Sure.
And then if you cross over and there's nothing there, you can say, I told you so.
Yeah. I mean, I could argue against that, but that's not what we're here to do. We're not here to argue, Colby. And I find it fascinating that you've made this your profession. What was the job before the tax manager?
I was a professional wrestler for a couple of years. I really was.
Top 3 jobs are professional
Yes.
wrestler, tax manager, and now a psychic medium.
Now, yeah, but the psychic medium has always been there. I
Sure.
just didn't realize I was supposed to do it with my life.
Right. What was your professional wrestling name?
Hammer and Heather Steele. Yes.
What would happen if we Googled Hammer and Heather Steele?
You would see a ton of videos.
No shit.
Oh, everywhere.
What is it? Hammer and Heather Steele?
Yeah, HAMMERIN.
Okay. Well, we'll have to do
Heather and then Steele, STEELE.
I bet you I could even spell it wrong on Google with no.
It might.
Now, Colby, I met you at this comedy show
Yes.
where I was performing stand-up comedy, and you were also. We don't call it a performance. You were reading.
Yeah, it
on
was.
stage, though.
Right, I was on stage. It's a demonstration. So we
Demonstration.
call it a medium demonstration,
Okay, got it.
demonstrated or psychic demonstration.
And the show, ladies and gentlemen, is in Los Angeles, and it's at Tailwaggers in
Hollywood.
And it's called 2 Girls, 1 Pup Show, and it was really fun. And you bring your dog, and you perform if you have a dog. And I brought my dog, Walter. My dog, Walter's here now. Come here, buddy. And he's been a good dog, huh? Just been sitting here. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. He's very confused. He's been on my Facebook Live many times. I think I'm just going to put him on the table, huh? You can't tell me no when we're on air, Aaron. Sit down, buddy. Okay, so you briefly introduced yourself to him at the show, but I thought it would be fun because you also can feel vibrations from animals.
Yeah, absolutely, because animals have souls.
They have souls.
So if it has a soul, you can
down, buddy.
tap into it.
So does that mean a turtle and a lizard and an ant? You can kind of.
I mean,
Those are tough.
I know, but not to get too crazy and woo-woo.
You can get crazy and woo-woo.
I think you can tap into plants, energy of
Whoa.
anything, squirrels. I mean, like, I'm not kidding.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the.
I have a
the
picture of calling a butterfly into my hand, and it did.
Whoa.
Now, with the turtle and all that things,
Yeah.
what's tough about it is the validation, meaning,
Sure.
like with Walter,
Yeah.
I'll be able to read Walter, and
Sure.
you can validate.
Sure.
We're not looking for Walter to validate.
Well,
right?
yeah, he doesn't even know what
Now,
that word means.
If it's a turtle or lizard, is it possible? Yeah, it just may be a little harder
Sure.
for the
Yeah, we don't
person
know
to
if the
validate.
ant. I mean, I can probably tell you what an ant's thinking. Keep working, dude.
Yeah.
That's all they're really into. But Walter, well, if I don't want to force anybody to do anything, but if you're feeling anything from Walter, feel free. Do you want me to be quiet? Do you want me to ask you questions? Do you want me just to, I don't. You tell me what the best way to kind of.
Well, how about we make it a little interactive?
Sure,
So what
I
I'll
love
do
that.
is I'll just give you the things I'm getting,
Yeah.
and if you can connect to it or resonate on behalf of Walter,
Sure.
then you just give me some yeses or nos
Okay.
and things like that. That sound fair enough to you?
That sounds great. And again, you've already met him, so. But that was just such a chaotic, fun environment, and you were kind of going through all of these animals, and it
Yes.
was really fun. Aaron, are you able to see Walter on there? There we go. Good boy, Walter. Okay, I'm like, you can cut me out. We have beautiful Colby, and we have weird Walter. Okay, so what are you getting? I can try to validate some stuff for you.
Well, this is really good. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Here we go, buddy. You're good. Just hang. Just hang. And put out a lot of your vibrations,
Okay,
Walter.
so a couple things that I am getting is
Okay.
this feeling where, Walter is what we call an old soul, all right?
Oh.
So what happens is it's kind of like not that real puppy fever. It's
Yeah.
a little bit more like I've been here.
Mhm.
I'm actually here more for you,
Whoa.
that sort of thing.
Whoa,
and it
dude.
also, he gives me this feeling where he could have been an emotional support dog.
Okay.
He would have been a great emotional support dog if he had done that. But he also gets there's this weird thing where I feel like he's got these nervous habits because he makes me feel like he gets a little nervous.
Yeah.
And there's something, I don't know if he doesn't like grass under his paws or something.
Huh.
But there's something where he can be a little sensitive about his paws.
He shits on concrete, which maybe that's, and we don't. One thing that I would love to get your read on or take on is he is an adopted dog. We named him Walter because we felt like he besides looking a little bit old with his face, but he just kind of carries himself like an old man a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But here he is wanting to bite my fingers. What is this weird having somebody get into your brain and read your vibrations? Huh? Aw. So, but we don't know his backstory. And I know everyone in LA wants to know their dog's backstory, but I would be curious what you're reading or feeling, if anything.
My feeling is he feels like he was left alone a lot, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like if he's in real big crowds or something, he may get a little anxious.
He
Do you
gets
notice
super
that?
anxious in crowds.
But that's because he makes me feel like he was very isolated prior to you guys having him.
Which is sad.
But
Maybe.
well, the thing though is, so he's got a little PSTD. I feel like he gets a little reactive about things.
Yep.
But what's also interesting, he gives me this feeling of feeling much more happy and content with this family. But it took a while for him to trust. That's the weird thing. Like, I feel like you guys had to earn that trust with him.
Hell yeah, you got to earn that trust with Walter.
And he makes me feel like he really enjoys being in the car. Like, I just feel like you must take him everywhere
Loves
in the
car
car because he makes me feel. And he also likes the ocean because I just saw water and the breeze. So I know he really, really likes the ocean.
The beach is his favorite place.
Yes.
But when you say you see the ocean, what does that mean? What are you actually seeing? Are you seeing the ocean?
I just saw a drive up the coast. So I don't know if you were recently on like PCH or something like that, but I saw
San Diego.
PCH.
Nice job,
and then
Colby.
I saw along the ocean is what I saw.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I just feel like he loves kind of hanging out and doing it.
Yep.
And he also gives me this feeling. He just doesn't feel like a big player. Like, again, I think he's much more happy around people than he is other animals.
Yeah.
So he just makes me feel like he's kind of a people dog.
He is his people dog, meaning, the people that he's grown accustomed to, he loves.
Yes.
He's shy in big groups, like
Yes.
you said. Ocean, you nailed it. I mean, this fucking dog, I think he's a fish.
Yeah.
He loves sand.
Yeah.
Um,
I just don't think he likes grass that much.
Yeah.
Just pay attention to see if he
Okay.
runs on grass or if he rolls in grass. I just don't think he does.
but I always see. I don't know. Here's me. I agree with you. He doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
He doesn't like grass that much. He likes concrete. But is that because he's a city dog, or is that because he, is that because he doesn't like grass because Mercury was in retrograde or whatever?
No. I think he just doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good boy, Walter. He's just gonna hang right here. When you can kind of see, or tell me how you said you speak to people who on the other side. Do you speak to them or you see them?
I hear them or see them or feel them.
Okay.
So what happens is when someone's on the other side, like you just kind of get a feeling around. You get a feeling around someone, like, and it's not super overwhelming all the time. Sometimes it's just a subtle feeling. Do you know what I mean?
And it'll be like this person likes red apples, or is it like fruit, or is it like food?
It's just, honest to goodness, it depends on the spirit.
Yeah.
Some are super visual or very, very specific.
Yep.
Some are a little more general.
Yep.
Some don't like to talk a whole lot. Some do. It's
Yep.
like people in life, they're no different.
Yep.
It's really no different.
And how can a boyfriend lie to you if you can feel the vibrations?
Well, to be honest, it's like, I know this is going to be a little TMI, but it's why I haven't been on a date in 3 years.
Because you can figure out what the hell they're doing.
You know, it's so crazy, and it's you
Right.
do know, and I've always known, and I can like just check in, and it
Say,
is
like,
what it is.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Walter, what else do we want to know about you? Now, his first birthday, we weren't there. We don't know where he was born. We don't know. Are you picking anything up?
No, but the only thing I'm seeing, again, because he's not going to show me, he's not going to know what state he's in or what, right? so he's, from his point of view, what I'm seeing is him just stuck in a room is what it makes me feel like.
Stuck in a room.
And the room feels pretty plain.
Oh, man.
So I just feel like, and so he's not going to show me the rest of the house because he wasn't in the rest of the house.
Yeah.
He wasn't running through a yard. He makes me feel like he was just closed off in a room.
Man, we don't know. We can't validate that, but it feels, that would be sad.
And I'll tell you one thing he makes me feel like he really enjoys. Like, when you hold him, like, especially maybe even around the ribs and all, it's like he makes me feel like he loves the sense of security of that. See how calm he is when you do that?
The other thing is, when you hold him like a baby, I know I'm really, look at this.
Oh, look
like
at that.
I should pop a breast out and have him suckle on my breast.
Look how sweet he is, though. You see?
I do see. He's shy around lots of people, but if you hold him like a baby, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Colby.
He likes to feel safe, though. That's what it is. So, right. So he would have been good bundled up, like bundled in blankets. Yep. He just likes to feel, but that really, to me, tells me he really likes that because he didn't have security as a puppy.
Aww.
And but it's.
Do your thing, bro.
Feels like, he's so happy.
Yeah, he is happy. We think he's happy. We can't validate all of this stuff, but as a dog owner who's adopted, and there's probably a lot of people out there chewing on my sunglasses, as a lot of people out there who adopt dogs, you don't know their history, and it's fun to hear someone who offers some perspective, and it makes sense.
And you know what helps? I mean, because I've done this a lot.
Yeah.
Where people will bring their animals to my space for a pet reading.
Sure.
And it really is fun. I really love it because I love animals so much.
Sure.
But what's great is sometimes they'll come to me and they'll say, listen, we've got a little bit of this issue happening.
Right.
And I'll be able to kind of tune in to see what's creating it or why.
Yep.
And what is around it that they can do to try to help kind of resolve or dissolve the issue at hand.
What is your space? Where is the best space for you to kind of feel vibrations?
Well, I literally just moved, so I am in Westwood.
Okay.
So I have a brand new
Westwood.
office. I have a brand new office.
The actual office space, is there? Do you hang certain things, or is it just comfortable for you?
I think I'm so lucky that I really had this gift for so long that I can literally tap in anywhere I am. If I just kind of open up my awareness, I can be anywhere and just be able to tune in no matter what. So for that, I'm really grateful.
That's great.
Yeah, I just, and I think, again, when you're passionate about what you're doing and love it,
Yep.
And it does, I think, too, it helps people. It helps people. It helps animals. It really does. It surprisingly makes a difference.
We need answers in life. As humans, we want and we seek out answers. And you can be a skeptic about this. You can believe in it. You can be somewhere in the middle. It's always beneficial to hear someone else's perspective, and an answer may click. It may go, yes, that is what it is. This is a birthday podcast, so we'll finish with a birthday.
Okay.
What is a great birthday you've had that if you can remember one? You said you've had mostly good birthdays, but is there one that comes to mind that was really, really wonderful?
One that was really wonderful. It was my 40th birthday.
Okay. Wow. I didn't even know she was 40, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. And I went to Whistler, Canada.
Oh, that's beautiful up there.
And what was nice is I had gone for the New Year that year.
Yeah.
So, and then my birthday was in March. So I had such a great time. I went back.
Great.
And when I went back, all of the people that were at the clubs and restaurants, they all really remembered my name.
That's nice.
And so when I went up and I told them it was my birthday, they called me by name. It was so friendly.
Yeah.
I felt so welcomed.
And by your name, you mean Hammer and Heather Steele.
That's obviously what I meant, of course.
Isn't it amazing? It's like the Cheers song, where everybody knows your name. It just is nice when people remember your name.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really, and just when people say you helped. you
Yeah.
helped. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Colby Rebel, you guys, psychic medium. Where can everybody find out more information about you?
If they go to psychicrebel.com,
Okay.
they can book a session with
Okay.
me.
Got it.
And if they want a pet session, they just have to book the session and then put in the email that they want it to be a pet session.
Want it to be if you're a pet.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Well, it's really fun talking to you. I enjoyed what you did at the show. I'm sure that must have been hard because there were so many people and animals around.
It's a lot of energy.
It's a lot of energy.
It's a tough, but it's also beautiful because again, it's really fun. I mean, look at this. I got to meet Walter. I got to
meet
kind of
Walter.
come here.
We got to learn about his weird grass thing. Maybe that's why he always shits on concrete.
Isn't that crazy?
It is. He'll even start on grass and finish on concrete. Why do you guys want to hear about the way my dog shits? And beach is where he really wishes he could live. I'll have to share the news to my girlfriend that it's sad that he was probably born in a home, in a room. Never even saw the
Well, it just
home.
feels like it. Yeah, it
feels
doesn't
like
feel
that's what
like he
happened.
was roaming open land by any means.
Yeah.
But that's why, like, you know, when he's feeling good and he's feeling safe, like you can see it in his face.
Yeah.
Like you can see like this wonderment. He still has it. It's like this. Pay attention to his eyes. He's got this like wonderment when he's like running.
He's like, this is crazy. But I love it. Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing this. You guys check out
Absolutely.
Colby Rebel. You have officially used your certificate. So
There we go.
I appreciate you giving that to me. And I won it in the
Yes.
raffle. And thanks for being on the podcast.
Oh my goodness! I had the best time, and thank you so
you.
so much.
Cool. Colby Rebel. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That was